All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have a young lady who says that she knows the magic words to get dudes to spend a bag on her. And this just got posted yesterday to World Star. I thought I'd do a reaction on it. Very, very interesting stuff. So without further ado, let's check her out and see what she has to say. Shall we?
Want a man to spend money? Just tell him he's broke. Is it harsh? Yes. Is it ethical? Probably not. But does it fucking work? Yeah. I want you to say, I mean, if you can't afford it, that's like totally fine. You can just tell me that. Because what they're gonna say is, no, it's not that. I can afford it. You say, okay, well then what's going on? I mean, nothing. Like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm in sales, just to put this into perspective. Reality is, if you're a woman and your client's a man on the other side of the Zoom or the phone, there is such a power dynamic that you can play on. Like I'm telling you guys, they would rather pay for something than tell a female over the phone that they can't afford something. And this also just isn't in sales too. This is, you know, if you want a guy to buy you a table, if you want a guy to take you out to dinner, it's like, oh, well, if that place is like too expensive, then we can go somewhere else. Oh, no, it's not too expensive. Like, I got it. Like, okay. And this is honestly kind of evil, so you didn't hear this from me.
Yo. She's right about one thing. That was very evil. So let's talk about this. Why is she saying this? Why is she saying that telling a man, oh, you can't afford it, is going to get him to actually spend that paper on you? Why? Because shaming brings about change. We've seen this over and over. So what she is telling other young ladies to do is to shame men into spending money. I'm going to say that again, to shame men into spending money. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right. So what would I do specifically, if a woman told me that I couldn't afford something, or asked, is it that you can't afford it? No. I'm going to say I can't afford to spend money on someone who isn't worth it. Or I can't afford to spend money on things that are stupid, like you, or whatever car she's talking about, or whatever table or coffee table she's talking about. You see, the crazy thing about shame is the person that actually feels it is usually guilty of something, right? But if you do have money and a woman tries to shame you about money, who's going to feel stupid? The one that's asking for the money is going to feel stupid, not the one with money. Okay? A woman could never, ever pull this on me. Ever. My intuition skills are way too good. I can tell what you're saying just by how you're saying it. I can tell what you're trying to do just by how you're saying it. Forget the words. I don't care about the words. Your tonality, the expressions you're making, everything, the breathing, the controlled breathing. I analyze everything when it comes to one of these situations, especially when I'm dealing with salespeople. Okay? Salespeople will intentionally try to press buttons like this to get you to buy. Okay? They will intentionally try to shame you to get you to buy. Oh, you can't afford this package? Oh, you can't afford that couch. Let me show you a cheaper couch. And you know what's crazy? People love to do this when you're in the midst of someone else. Okay? Just like a man going into a department store, right? About to buy a couch. He meets a salesman. He says, oh, I like that couch. That couch is too expensive. So he says, that's a little bit too much. Now, the salesman is going to be like, oh, well, what about this one? Right? Now, say the guy goes in with his wife or his girlfriend and says, I want that couch, but oh, it's too expensive. Now the salesman is going to be a little bit more prone to shame him, right? He's going to say, oh, you can't afford that couch? Well, this couch may be a little bit more affordable for you since you can't afford that couch, because that shaming is going to bring about some form of change. Now, if that guy is really guilty of not having that money, he may just come out and spend that money, right? But a guy that actually has money, you can't shame him into spending it. All right. You can't shame him. It's like being on a YouTube channel, watching a YouTube live, and someone is, let's say one of these begging streamers are begging you guys to super chat, right? Oh, you're broke if you don't super chat. You probably have millionaires in your chat right now. You probably have a couple of guys who make 6 figures to $1 million in your chat right now. You never know. But you're trying to shame them into spending is going to have a reverse effect because now you look like the fool. You cannot shame something that is already dominant into doing something that they're already doing. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But I'm not going to lie. I see women doing this a lot. I see women doing this a lot. Okay. Even, I've been on dates and have had conversations with women to where I would say, I like going to this place, and they'll say, oh, have you ever been to this place? They'll name some super expensive steakhouse. And I'll say, oh yeah, I go there every once in a while. And they'll say, is it too expensive for you? Is it too expensive for me? What does that mean? Does that mean I can't afford to pay $300 for an evening of steak and lobster and onions or whatever the hell they serve there? What is that supposed to mean? Right? Can I not afford $300 or can I not afford to eat there every day? You know what I mean? Shaming is a tactic, guys. I want you to get that through your head. Shaming is a tactic. If you ever encounter a woman trying to shame you into spending money, run. Get the hell out of Dodge, bro. Get the hell out of Dodge. Especially when you're dating. Now, like I said, this is a common occurrence on the sales floor, okay? This is a super common occurrence, okay? Especially when it has to do with families and husband and wife and blah, 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 this and that. The salesman likes to shame the husband into buying things because the wife wants them, Oh, we're going to have to make a concession for what your wife wants. If she wants this, are you able to afford that? Like, this type of terminology is always going to be offensive to you, right? Because it evokes some type of emotion like, excuse me? What do you mean? You think I'm broke? So guys, know that this is a tactic. This is a tactic. And I'm going to be honest with you. This young lady that made this video, she wasn't saying anything new. This is something that us as guys, if you've been dating, okay, for the last 10 years in life, you have been shamed at one point or another because you did not want to spend some type of money, okay? Honestly, I've had women that I didn't even make it to a date to because they wanted to go somewhere that was wildly expensive. And I tell women straight up, I have no shame in my game. I'm not taking you to an expensive place first time I meet you. I mean, that's just problematic for many reasons. You could be using me for a free meal. You could be anybody. You could be a catfish. I don't know. I could not like you. I don't want to spend that much money on you and I don't like you. When it comes to a basic dinner, yeah, sure, let's go get some sushi. If I don't like you, oh, boo-hoo, I spent $25 on some sushi and some sake. Big deal. But no, if we're going to Capital Grille, popping champagne and eating sirloin, you think I'm going to spend $400 on a date to get to know you? Oh, no, baby, you got the wrong one. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sorry. I ain't from these outskirts. I'm from ATL. You can't play them games with me, baby. We created those games. Stop playing. But guys, I'm just saying this to say this. Don't play these games. Don't play these tactical shaming games with women, okay? If you hear this rhetoric coming from any woman's mouth, I want you to run for the hills, fellas. Run for the hills, okay? Don't do it. Anyway, if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to know, fellas, have y'all gone through any of this before? Have you ever been shamed or tried to be shamed by a woman for not spending money? I want to hear about it, okay? Maybe we'll do a video about a story later on. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Peace.